Hi, Rusty Smith for Record, Mix, Repeat. This is the first video of a series of videos about me putting together a new room. I'm moving out of my old room and into a new room, and the new room is bigger, so that's going to be a lot more fun and offer me a lot more possibilities. This video is about how I got to where I am up to this point, which is I have a blank canvas of a room right now, and I have some sound treatment on the way. So the next videos will be about installing the sound treatment, getting the furniture in there, getting the wiring happening. It's going to be a little journey that hopefully you can learn something out of, and I know I'll learn something out of it, and I just want to share it with you. So if you're planning on putting a room together, hopefully some of the steps I've taken and are going to take will help you in the process you're going to get into. The old room, gonna leave it. Made a lot of records in this room, made a lot of recordings, made a lot of videos in this room. Been a great room. However, it is not very big. This is the problem. It is not very big, and it's been driving me crazy for a long time. I've had 2 or 3 musicians in here at a time, and I gotta tell you, it's cramped. 12 by 14, especially if you got a guy playing a Roland TD-25 kit, and maybe he's got some cymbals in here. Boy, it gets loud because you got no place for that sound to go. Look at the tiles missing over there, that's funny. I have quite a few RLX 1-inch sound absorbing panels in this older room. I will be employing some of them, but not all of them. I found a different company that I think has superior products and at superior pricing. A company called GIK. Look, there's one panel that fell on my head, came off the ceiling. But yeah, we'll be using some of this. We're going to move everything out of here and go into the new room, which is bigger. Let's go take a look at it. All right, the new room is a lot bigger than that last room, but here it is. It's 17 by 19 with a 12-foot ceiling, well, 10.5 feet at the top, 8 feet at the corner, at the sides. So it's a sloped ceiling, and it sounds like a reverb chamber now. Tomorrow, I have a lot of sound treatment being delivered that I will start to install, and I'm going to do videos on the progress of this room as it is put together. As you can tell right now, it's just a blank canvas and ready to be turned into a great project studio and a great studio for making videos. Over here in this corner, we're going to have the control surface, all the outboard gear, the DAW, the computer, the screens, etc. I'll have a desk here. Over here there will be a rack cabinet that also will house guitar amplifier heads. So mixed position, I guess if you want to call it that, will be somewhere right about here. Everybody goes, don't set yourself up in the corner. I agree, it's not the greatest idea in the world. If I was just doing mixing in here, I would not be here. I'd be at a different spot. But there's going to be other players in here, and there is going to be video shot in here. And if I'm going to have drums in here, I don't want them 5 feet away. If I can get them 10 feet away, that's what I'm going to do. And that is what I'm going to do. This corner of the room, there will be drums. Over here, there's going to be a guitar enclosure for a speaker cabinet. There will be instrument storage over here. You could have a player over here. But regardless, drums will be in this area. This is where there will be an enclosure for a guitar speaker cabinet. Hopefully that I can get some amplitude out of and not be going deaf in here from it. These 2 windows in front of where the workstation will be, they will be covered with sound panels, so they won't be a factor. The other 2 windows down there, well, they're gonna remain. There's some light in the place. These two windows over here near the drums, they'll be covered with sound treatment. The next two windows will remain. They'll be just fine. That'll look just lovely. But that's the room, which is currently a great echo chamber, but I don't want an echo chamber. So this is a CAD program I use, a little simple $70 program I use to give the construction company an idea of what I had in mind, and ended up with this layout here. Here's the 4 windows. Here's the corner with the workstation. Here is, hypothetically where the drums would be. Here's the door over here. Here's the closet. So anyway, this is the thing that I ended up with. So, your typical little silly CAD program. But it's not far off of what I ended up with. So that's kind of cool. There's the closet and, there's the workstation area. There's my imaginary amplifier heads. There's my, faux DAW workstation area there. There's a little drum kit over there that this program I was able to find somewhere on the internet. And but at least it gave me and the company an idea. The only thing I couldn't do was the slope ceiling because I wasn't capable of doing it correctly. All my fault. I'll take all that responsibility, that's for sure. So I used Microsoft Word to put a scale drawing together of the walls and the ceiling where I would be putting sound acoustic treatments. So you have the floorboard down here. These were electrical sockets here and here. Then I went in there and measured everything and got all the dimensions and put it all together, knowing that at least this would give me an idea of what panels I could use and where I might want to put them. 1 centimeter on the ruler equals 1 foot in the room. So I had to go metric. How about that? So anyway, north wall. Here's the south wall. This is the west wall with all the dimensions. The circles are recessed lights. The smaller circles are J boxes. And the little rectangles are actual AC outlets in the ceiling. So there's a lot of stuff on the ceiling to accommodate lighting, which is very important in this room because there's a lot of video going to be shot. Here's the east wall. It's a very similar thing to the west wall, just a bit of a mirror image. Same thing, a lot of stuff on the ceilings in here with recessed lights, J-boxes, and AC outlets. And then we've got our windows on each wall of the east and west wall. The north wall and the south wall show the slope of the ceiling. Got a little mini split air conditioner up here, and this is a beam that goes all the way across the ceiling at the top of the slope ceiling. So those are the images with dimensions. So I used those scale images to come up with panel layouts. I came up with several, so I'm just going to show you what I ended up deciding on. So this is the important wall as far as I'm concerned. This is where the digital audio workstation is going to be. This is the west wall. 2 of the windows are going to be covered with panels. Now these are panels from my existing room. These are the RLX 1-inch panels. They will be covering thusly. And then I'm going to get these things called slat fuser CTs, which are bass traps, which look very nice because they have oak wood on them. And they're very efficient at trapping bass, and they look nice. Now on the ceiling, the J boxes, I've just put up an image of some track lighting. I probably will use some track lighting. What I'm using here will be GIK panels. I think they're 242 panels is what they're called. And I'll show you an image of that. Okay, this is the 242 acoustic panels by GIK that I'm getting. I'm getting the 2x2, and I'm also getting the 2x4 foot version. They have a lot of different options. They got the different shapes. They got multiple different colors here. I ordered black because I'm putting these on the ceiling, and I'm thinking that'll look just fine. They also offer blue and all these other different colors here. They come in different kinds of fabrics. Some fabrics are more expensive than others. I ordered the ceiling brackets because I am going to be mounting them on the ceiling. And I'm hoping that that's going to work. If it doesn't, then I can use wire and eye hooks. But I ordered the ceiling brackets thinking it would work. I did talk to someone at GIK and they said, yeah, that should work on your ceiling because it's not sloped very hard. So I'm using 3 of the 2 foot by 4 foot 242 panels. Then I'm using 4 of the 2 foot by 2 foot 242 panels on the ceiling. These right here are little diffusers made by Arlex. They're called T-fusers. I have 4 of them in my current room. I have 2 on this wall. I mean on this ceiling, I apologize. So that's the west wall. Okay, here we have the east wall. It's somewhat of a mirror reflection, except that the panels that will be over here covering these 2 windows and this corner of the room are not the RLX 1-inch panels I have in my current room. They will be GIK B4 panels. They're 4 inches thick. They will trap more low frequencies, and they're a higher efficiency panel. Over here I will have one of the RLX panels coming from the old room. And I will also have these bass traps, these slat fuser CT bass traps. There will not be a slat fuser over here because this is not a corner, because this enters a little alcove area where there's a closet and doors to come and go. I also have 3 C4 slat fusers under the windows. On the ceiling, it will be the same as the west ceiling, except it's just a little mirror image. 3 4x2 242 GIK sound panels and 4 2x2 242 GIK sound panels, and also 2 T-fusers by RLX. I put these little diffusers here that are a product by GIK. I did not purchase them. I put them there and just thought I could purchase them later down the road if I so desire. So this is the north wall. On this wall I will have 4 of these GIK B4 4-inch panels. The bass traps will be in the corner. And then I have 3 slat fusers that are 4 inches thick. And these are basically, they'll help diffuse sound and absorb sound, keeping the room a little bit alive. I have some more space here on the wall. I might want to cover it up later on, but this is what I'm going to start with and see how the room reacts. Here's the south wall. This is, of course, me sitting right about here. My head's right about here. And got our bass traps in the corner. And these are these RLX 1-inch absorption panels that I have in my old room that I will bring into this room. If I get to the point where I think these aren't doing the job I need and I need more absorption, then I will reach out to GIK and get a few more panels, either the 242s or the B4s, depending upon what I think I need. So those are the 4 walls and the 2 ceilings. Once again, that's the south, that's the north, there's the east, and there's the west. So this company, GIK Acoustics, this is their website. I ran across these guys as I was looking around and just Googling for different things to consider. I did use RLX in my first room exclusively. Now there's just this other company out there. I like their products. I like their consultation services. They were very responsive. So I ended up doing business with them. Hopefully I made a good choice. They have several different types of products. This is this thing called slat fusers. I'm using this thing here, the 4S. That I'll have 6 of these in the room, and I'm using the corner bass trap. I'll actually have 6 of these for 3 corners. There's only 3 corners in the room. I know that sounds impossible, but that's the way it worked out. I am also using their acoustic panels. I will be using these B4 bass trap acoustic panels, and I will be using these 242 acoustic panels. And those are the 2 panels, aside from the slat fusers, I will be using of their products. So it's the second day, and guess what? The panels showed up. Not all of them. The slat fusers didn't show up, but hey, the ceiling stuff and the wall stuff showed up that is non-slat fuser. So here's one right here. Right there's one of the 2-foot square units. That one will go right about there. All right, so that's the new room, and that's the panel situation in the new room. Please tune into the next video because that's going to be me putting up panels and getting this thing to work good. I'm Rusty Smith for Record, Mix, Repeat. If you like what you're seeing, please subscribe and share with your friends. Thanks for tuning in.